We have a ton of GTA 6 news and info to go over in this video today from a very reliable source, including some good news about the release date, how we won't have to wait that much longer, and a whole lot more, including Red Dead Redemption 2 being re-released for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, how that might affect when the game comes out, what's Rockstar's plan, and a whole lot more. So let's go ahead and just jump into this entire thing today. And it begins with Rockstar Games insider TezFunds2 saying this. There was questions about, is the game still 2 years away? When is it going to be coming out? And he said if nothing changed from last year, Rockstar is still aiming for a late 2023, early 2024 release window. But there's always uncertainty when it comes to dates, even when Rockstar officially announced them, so keep that in mind. All right, so just taking this information on surface level, it looks like a late 2023/early 2024 release window is in store for Grand Theft Auto 6. However, as you know with Rockstar, there usually is always a delay. Grand Theft Auto 5 had a delay. It was supposed to be spring 2013, then it went to September 2013. We know that Red Dead Redemption 2 was supposed to come out in the fall of 2017 and ended up coming out in the fall of 2018, so almost an entire year later. So would not be shocked if when Rockstar announces GTA 6 officially for the first time, if it says 2023, it might be delayed. In fact, there's a high probability it will be delayed, just knowing Rockstar. But we do have to give them the benefit of the doubt because they always deliver with these masterpiece titles. So let them have the extra 6 months that they need. And the game is surely going to be a masterpiece. So that is some good news. I know that sounds like a long time away, but it really won't be, especially when Rockstar start to give us trailers and screenshots and official details on the game. It's going to go by a lot quicker. Now, more information that came out earlier today. You guys might remember that we talked about how Grand Theft Auto 4 and Red Dead Redemption 1 were canceled because of the success or lack thereof of the Trilogy Definitive Edition. Well, there's a huge GTA 6 angle to all of this, and Videotech or Ben asked TezFunds2, out of curiosity, do you know if Rockstar plans to ship out future updates for the trilogy? I still don't think they're in a reasonable good state. There's still downgrades compared to the originals and noticeable bugs, thanks to National Pepper and Infinity Best's reporting. And he says yes, they are still doing bug fixes for the Trilogy Definitive Edition, but it's starting to slow down as focus increases and Rockstar starts fully working on Grand Theft Auto 6. So they really are ramping things up into high gear here for GTA 6. So you're going to start noticing fewer and fewer things happening on other projects. That might be Red Dead Online. That might be the Trilogy Definitive Edition. There's going to be fewer projects, that's for sure. Now, again, there was more follow-up to this entire thing. Ignore the first part. He's talking about stuff coming to Grand Theft Auto Online. But the bottom question says, I feel like canceling remasters of Red Dead Redemption 1 and GTA 4 is the right thing to do. They weren't canceled because the remasters of GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption 1 were never fully in production. Just the ideas in the planning phase. I worded my tweet poorly. Rockstar could revisit those ideas after Grand Theft Auto 6 releases. So insider TezFunds2 believes that there isn't going to be another Rockstar remaster until Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. And honestly, I think that's smart. And I think that's one of the reasons why the public reply to the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, the Definitive Edition, was not that great. Yes, do the games need a lot of work? Yes, they are not perfect. But I also think it's coming in a time where players more than ever want the next Rockstar title. They want Grand Theft Auto 6. So you can understand why Rockstar might be hesitant to release another remaster because players would shoot it down as quickly as they did the trilogy, the Definitive Edition. Now, moving on, there's actually a good chance that we could get a hint for Grand Theft Auto 6 or some sort of bonus in an upcoming Grand Theft Auto Online DLC, with someone saying remasters of those are not a bad idea, but the Rockstar Take-Two approach of putting the absolute minimal amount of investment into these projects with no respect for the size of the task is why we don't want those to happen. And he said GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption 1 runs on Rage, unlike the OG trilogy. It's more likely that Rockstar would handle the remasters themselves rather than have them outsourced. Anyways, don't want to go too far off topic. Since development is ramping up for GTA 6, maybe the GTA Online December update would have some sort of bonus or something. Actually, I think it would make sense for when GTA 6 is releasing rather than just getting properly announced. So I want to cover both of those. Grand Theft Auto 4 and Red Dead Redemption 1 would definitely be a lot easier to remaster. They probably wouldn't have to use someone like Grove Street Games, that's for sure. And what Tez Funds 2 is talking about is Rockstar putting some sort of hint or bonus into a Grand Theft Auto Online update to sort of cross-promote GTA 6. They did this with Red Dead Redemption 2 a handful of times with the double-action revolver, with the stone hatchet. They've also done so with mini treasure hunts in online that not only help our online characters, but also gave us unlocks in Red Dead Redemption 2, promoted the title itself. So Rockstar liked to do that. Obviously, because it's their own game, it makes it very easy to cross-promote something like that. And regarding more follow-up on what Rockstar could do, with some saying some sort of bonus like the RDR2 stuff we've had back in 2018, that would be interesting. Probably some treasure hunt in Cayo Perico. You mean like how we got that double-action revolver hunt in Doomsday Heist, something similar? And he said yes, but this would make sense to do when GTA 6 is near release. So that would be included with 2023's summer or December update. So it might not happen this year, but it definitely will probably happen next year. And whether that be some sort of in-game weapon or whether it's a special car that's released in GTA Online that'll be available day one in Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar could very easily do something like that. And the good news is none of this is going to be a secret. It's just going to be something fun for us to solve in online. And Rockstar will obviously want players to take part of it because it just ends up building the hype and promotion for Grand Theft Auto 6, which I definitely think would be Rockstar's goal with something like this. And speaking of Red Dead Redemption 2, there was also news that Red Dead Redemption 2 would very likely get its own remaster for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. With someone asking Insider Tez Funds 2, at the very least, I'd just like to know if RDR2 will be getting updated for Xbox Series X and S and the PS5. And he said an RDR2 update for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S is planned at some point down the road. No idea, though. So it could be before Grand Theft Auto 6. It could be after GTA 6. I think a project like that would probably be best suited after GTA 6 unless we're looking at like a mid to late 2024 release window. Because then that's basically 2 years. That would give Rockstar something in the middle of that time frame so that they could just have some title come out. And this is where we also get more follow-up from Tez Funds 2, with someone saying, regarding this tweet, do you still think that Rockstar has plans on an RDR2 remaster and patch? And he says, do you mean upgrading RDR2 with an enhanced E&E edition for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S? Yes. Rockstar has plans for that, and I've heard about them a long time ago, but no idea when. Likely doesn't have much priority as it's used with all the focus on GTA 6. By next year, most, if not all, of Rockstar's workforce should be working on Grand Theft Auto 6. So I don't know what percentage is working on it right now, whether that's 70, 80, 90, 95%, but he said by next year it should be full steam ahead on the GTA 6 train, which means we're probably closer than ever to an official announcement, which is obviously tremendous news. And last but not least today, someone ended up saying, but maybe they'll release the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions once they get enough resources to actively support the online again. And he said, just want to remind you this isn't recent or new information. I heard about sort of an enhanced edition for RDR2 was in development 2 years ago. Also heard about the enhanced Rockstar editor all the way back in 2019. The development must be progressing hella slow or something. And if there's a reason that could explain the lack of updates to the DLC depot on Steam database, it's either this enhanced extended edition being worked on, maybe exclusive to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, like GTA 5 E&E, thus no need for updates on Steam database, or the development is straight up halted due to GTA 6 or some other project. I would bet on the latter. So he's betting on Grand Theft Auto 6 being in full development is why Rockstar haven't pushed out as many updates as they normally do for Red Dead Online. And it's why we're kind of getting the bare minimum right now in GTA Online. So I would say GTA 6 is full steam ahead, and I would be a betting man to say an announcement has to be soon. If Rockstar is putting all their resources towards this project, it's got to be going in the right direction. And if it's going in the right direction, we could be getting an announcement reveal or just telling us about more so of the game really, really soon. And that gets me excited. But I'd obviously love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What do you think of all the GTA 6 news and info that we dove into in this video today? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.